Today on Rappler. The unofficial count is at a near standstill at 69%, the same percentage hit more than 24 hours earlier. United Nationalist Alliance candidate Dick Gordon enters the list of leading senators in the official count. And Taiwan suspends the hiring of Filipino workers to protest the killing of a fisherman. Hello, I'm Maria Ressa. Welcome to Rappler, your social news network. 2 days after the Philippines' second automated elections, the percentage of precincts counted nationwide is at a near standstill. These precincts account for nearly 15.4 million voters, or almost a third of total voters nationwide. Based on Rappler's calculations from data on the COMELEC Rappler Mirror server, this means the system is missing about 11.9 million votes. The count started around 7:30 p.m. Monday, with 30 precincts reporting. As of May 15th, new precincts added to the total tally went down to single-digit numbers. Parish Pastoral Council for Responsible Voting Director Anna Singson says the poll watchdog expected the slowing down of transmissions, but she adds this is happening a little too early since only 69.17% have been transmitted so far. National Citizens Movement for Free Elections Membership Committee Chair Damaso Magbual says COMELEC needs to step up the transmission of results to erase doubts about transparency issues.
For as long as the delay lasts longer and longer, the credibility of the results of the election grows weaker and weaker and weaker.
Opposition bet Dick Gordon enters the winning slate in the official count Wednesday afternoon after the National Board of Canvassers finalized the tally for a little more than 3 million votes for senator. United Nationalist Alliance bet Gordon dislodges Gringo Onasan, who was part of the official tally earlier Wednesday. The latest canvassing report also shows administration ticket Team Pinoy keeping its lead with 9 members in the Magic 12. Former Census Chief Grace Poe tops the list, followed by re-electionist Senators Loren Legarda, Cheese Escudero, Alan Peter Cayetano, Aurora Representative Sonny Angara, Senator Coco Pimentel, Bam Aquino, Senator Sonny Trillanes, and former Las Piñas Representative Cynthia Villar. Rounding up the Magic 12 are Nancy Binay, San Juan Representative J.V. Ejercito, and former Senator Dick Gordon from the opposition United Nationalist Alliance. Zambales Representative Mitos Magsaysay is the first UNA candidate to concede. United Nationalist Alliance campaign manager Toby Chanco wants COMELEC to explain why election results are coming in slower than in 2010. On Tuesday, Chanco wants the Commission on Elections to answer why the turnout percentage slowed down.
Our IT is saying that it's now 1% every 10 hours. So I think I'm requesting COMELEC through AB James Jimenez, just tell us the reason why it has slowed down. Let's be transparent. Let's admit if there's glitches. Let's admit if there's problems in transmission. But let's not leave people guessing.
He adds COMELEC should explain where the 30% remaining votes are and why they're not reflected in the unofficial count. COMELEC Chair Sixto Brillantes says some, quote, technical problems delay the transmission of results. Brillantes refuses to say what the problems are, he says, in order to avoid blowing these out of proportion. Backtracking on his previous statement, Poll Chief Sixto Brillantes delays the proclamation of senators that was expected Wednesday night. Brillantes says the National Board of Canvassers, or NBOC, may proclaim the winners partially or in full on Thursday night, May 16th. Brillantes does not explain the reason, but adds, we're still analyzing what is happening in the field. On Wednesday, the NBOC completes only around 4% of certificates of canvass nationwide. Earlier, Brillantes said the COMELEC will likely proclaim all 12 senators Wednesday evening. Faced with high-tech problems in the second automated polls, the Commission on Elections considers a crude solution, using diskettes to manually transmit provincial results. But the Chief of Staff of COMELEC Chair Sixto Brillantes says the poll chief used the word diskettes as a generic term for alternative storage devices, including the more modern flash drives.
Kasi you can lower the threshold only with the adversely affected results. Komplikado ng konti, kaya ayaw kong discusin. Baka lang mga ibang tao. Yung nasabi ko lang, sir.
Brillantes adds another option is to use, quote, actual manual COCs which can be brought here. Joining us now is Rappler reporter Paterno S. Maciel. He has been following up the Commission on Elections and their process. He now has an update. Paterno, what's the latest?
Hi, Maria. Well, Maria, the problem here in PICC is generally the delay in in transmitting results, in canvassing votes. And the COMELEC this evening issued a new resolution to help speed up the transmission process. The COMELEC will now require those who haven't submitted their certificates of canvass to fax their tallies so far to the National Board of Canvassers based here in PICC in Pasay City. The COMELEC says it will use this information in monitoring, not necessarily in counting votes. But it's unclear if the COMELEC will eventually use these information in tallying the votes, in canvassing and finalizing the tallies for proclaiming new senators. So far, the canvassing here has not ended for the day. We're not yet sure if the canvassing will go on for a few more hours or if they will do it non-stop for 24 hours. It will resume in a few minutes, Maria, after the COMELEC, after the dinner break of the COMELEC, Maria.
Paterno, any other insights into what's happening with the unofficial count? It's slowed to a standstill, near standstill, since yesterday.
Maria, Chairman Brillantes talked about this a while ago, and the chairman said there are technical issues involved, and he refused to disclose these issues. He says these issues will be resolved by the COMELEC soon, and he will reveal these issues to the media once the solutions are available, Maria.
Okay. Thank you so much. That's Paterno S. Maciel. He's coming to us live from PICC. He's keeping track of COMELEC. He'll be updating us on the site. Thanks, Paterno. Well, now let's take a look at the election results in local races. In Pangasinan, re-electionist Governor Amado Espino wins his third term in the vote-rich province with more than 809,000 votes. His Liberal Party rival, Alaminos City Mayor Hernani Braganza, only gets 280,967. In Taguig, re-electionist Lani Cayetano is proclaimed the winner after getting 62.4% of the total vote. Her opponent, Rica Tinga, gets only 37.6% of the votes. The Cayetano-Tinga face-off was the only mayoral race in the National Capital Region where both candidates are female. Both women belong to families deeply entrenched in local politics. In Cebu, Liberal Party gubernatorial bet Junjun Davide hails his lead over rival 3rd District Representative PJ Garcia as a vote for change. As of 7 p.m. Wednesday, Davide has more than 565,000 votes against Garcia's 413,470 votes. Davide, who campaigned on a platform for change, says the results are a vote against the Garcia dynasty. Senatorial candidates endorsed by Catholic bishops and lay groups lag behind in the midterm polls, while those blacklisted for supporting the reproductive health law are doing well in the Senate race. In Batangas, pro-RH candidates dubbed Team Patay by the Lipa Archdiocese occupy the top 7 senatorial spots. Lipa Archbishop Ramon Arguelles says the Catholic vote is weak. He adds, "We're just starting to create a mindset for the Catholic voters." The El Shaddai vote also fails to boost the chances of senatorial bets June Magsaysay and Mitos Magsaysay, both endorsed by Brother Mike Velarde. ABS-CBN Corporation and GMA Network Inc. report healthy growth rates in their first quarter net income thanks to the advertising placements of politicians running in the 2013 midterm polls. On Wednesday, ABS-CBN announces its January to March earnings jumped 66%, while GMA Network reports a jump of 55% in its earnings. ABS-CBN says it earned 508 million pesos during the quarter, less than GMA7's 603 million pesos. President Benigno Aquino signs into law the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013, or the K-12 program. The law adds 2 years to the basic education system. Students will now go through kindergarten, 6 years of primary education, 4 years of junior high school, and 2 years of senior high school. Aquino says the K-12 law will ensure that students are taught adequate and beneficial skills. He says the Education Department budget is raised to 232 billion pesos this year to pay for the extra services. Schools operated by the private sector must begin implementing the reforms in the next school year, which starts in June. Taiwan suspends the hiring of Filipino workers and recalls its envoy to Manila to protest the killing of a fisherman. On May 9th, Philippine Coast Guard shot a 65-year-old Taiwanese fisherman after they said his vessel strayed into Philippine waters. The Philippines apologizes over the incident, but Taiwan President Ma Ying-jeou demands that Manila issue a formal apology and compensation, apprehend the killer, and launch talks about the fishing industry. Taiwan's Premier Zhang Yihua says it's unacceptable the apology came from, quote, the people of the Philippines rather than the government. Spokeswoman Lee Chai-fei says if the Philippines does not meet Taiwan's demands by 6 p.m. Wednesday, that is 1000 GMT, quote, our government will adopt a second wave of sanctions. The sanctions will include a red travel alert urging Taiwanese not to visit the Philippines and the suspension of exchanges between high-level officials. Well, let's now look at Rappler's Wrap for today, a list of the 10 most important events around the world you shouldn't miss. At number 7, a senior U.S. official says North Korea has not developed a nuclear warhead small enough to fit on a missile. The third atomic test staged in February prompted speculation North Korea has the technology to fit nuclear devices to a missile delivery system. But a senior U.S. official says North Korea has not been able to put the whole piece together. The statement contradicts the U.S. military's Defense Intelligence Agency, which suggests the North may have succeeded in miniaturizing its warheads. At number 8, following years of exclusively being available only on the BlackBerry platform, the highly popular BlackBerry messaging service will come to iOS and Android later this year. BlackBerry CEO Thorsten Heinz says the move is a, quote, statement of confidence for BlackBerry's new platform, BB10. Upon release by June to August this year, BBM for iOS and Android will support iOS 6 and above and Android version 4.0 and above. At number 9, Angelina Jolie reveals on Tuesday she went through a preventive double mastectomy because she had a very high risk for breast cancer. In an opinion piece in the New York Times, Jolie says she went for the procedure after tests revealed she carries BRCA1, a rare gene mutation that increases the risk of both breast and ovarian cancer. And at number 10, organizers call for a duck crisis meeting when the 16.5-meter inflatable duck is found deflated in Victoria Harbor. Although it's still unclear what happened to the duck, a tweet appeared on the official Harbor City account saying, the rubber duck needs to freshen up. Stay tuned for its return. For the full top 10, visit Rappler.com's The Wrap. Let's take a look now at the election results. Here we go. These are the results coming in from the COMELEC Rappler mirror server. You see, as of May 15th, 8:57, just shortly before the newscast, you can see Grace Poe remains number 1 and Gringo Anasan is at number 12. The problem, though, is that you've basically had this at a standstill since yesterday morning. It's been at about 69%. So that's what COMELEC is dealing with now. Now let's take a look at the actual official COMELEC accounts that's going on now at the PICC. This is the COMELEC second canvas report. Take a look at the votes obtained from 12 provinces and 7 cities nationwide, plus 2 overseas posts. You can see here, Grace Poe is number 1 with 1,520,880 votes. And what's interesting in this one is you basically have the same people there, except you've got JV Ejercito here at it's 12, 11, 10, 9 at number 9 at 1,131,921. And next to him also, Dick Gordon at 1,081,080. So this is COMELEC's second canvas report. You can see all the details here on Rappler with the breakdown of regions. Now, let's go on. Every story on Rappler has a mood meter, which gives you 8 emotions to choose from. Click how you feel and your vote comes down to the mood navigator in the middle of the front page that crowdsources the mood of the day. It also gives you the top 10 stories that have affected our readers the most. Take a look today. You've got most of the stories coming from PH Vote. And of course, the largest circle here, well, let's take a look first here. This is the Taiwanese burn Philippine flags to protest killing. The Taiwanese burn Philippine flags to protest killing. That's at 57% angry. Here you go. And then the story that's got the most number of votes. Hashtag PH Vote, May 14, 2013. This is Rappler's coverage. Take a look at the 39% happy, 18% sad. You got 2% afraid here, 3% amused, 5% inspired, 7% annoyed, and 7% don't care, and 19% angry. Again, 39% happy. That leads to the mood of the day. Today, most people are happy. Well, that's Rappler's newscast for today, Wednesday, May 15th, 2013. Visit Rappler.com and watch our newscast Monday to Friday. Tell us how you feel on our mood meter and help us crowdsource the mood of the day. I'm Maria Ressa. As we say at Rappler, tomorrow begins today. We leave you with a video by Patricia Evangelista about the new mayor of the country's capital, Manila.
Sigurado pong panalo to o kailangan pa ipaglaban?
Itong yung eleksyon na ito, sa reception ng mga tao sa amin, nakikita ko naman na well-received itong aming mga house-to-house campaign at saka itong aming kalesakid. Naglalabasan yung mga tao at sinasalubong kami. Tuwan-tuwa sila na nakikita ko. At saka mga tao nagpapalakpakan at shouting my name. Palagay ko mananalo ko
Ano po ang mangyayari po sa Maynila kung mangyaring nanalo si Joseph Estrada?
We'll be the laughing stock of the whole world.
What will Manila become?
Ayoko na mag-comment yan. Kasi nga, I think his conviction for plunder speaks for itself.
Ano po mangyayari sa mismong Maynila naman kung mangyaring manalo si Joseph Estrada?
It will be a sad day for Manila.
Mayor, kayo po ba mag-initiate na mag-aabot ng kamay kay Mayor Lim?
Huwag na natin pag-usapan yung very petty yun Pag-usapan natin yung problema ng ating lungsod. At that's personal na yun Pwede naman magkamaya kami
Mayor naman